Welcome back to Focus on Literary Devices with myself, Descriptionary's Angela Abraham. Today we will be focusing on anthropomorphisation, the technique when we have animals thinking and behaving as people do. In previous episodes, we have looked at imagery, word choice, symbolism, metaphor, simile, personification, repetition, alliteration, onomatopoeia, and pace and cadence. The reason I repeat those at the start of each episode is because it helps them to go into your long-term memory simply by repeating them. Also, it helps you to understand why writing is challenging. Each of these techniques themselves are easy. But if I make an analogy with juggling oranges, each technique is like juggling one orange. Well, it's not really juggling then, is it? It's just throwing an orange up and down. Easy peasy. But when you put them all together, it's more like trying to juggle a dozen oranges. And that's quite tricky. That's why we need to learn it one step at a time, and then 2 steps, and then 3, and then 4. Just like learning how to juggle, you would add in one more orange at a time. All right, let's get back to anthropomorphisation. Especially in children's fiction, it is done in very strong ways in novels such as Charlotte's Web, where all the animals are the main characters. And then we have Wind in the Willows. Again, all of the major characters are animals. The same thing happens in Watership Down, where all the animals are rabbits. And we are now used to this in both movies and cartoons as well. However, anthropomorphisation can also be more subtle. And that is the way I tend to use it, and that is what we are going to look at in these descriptive paragraphs. These are on the page Butterfly. A monarch butterfly was a caper upon a carol of daffodils, daffodils singing out their colours, daffodils dancing out their blues. Its wings opened as a picture book, one of childhood days, fluttering as pages turned by a youthful hand. My gaze formed a ribbon, one of velvet light, from my heart to this insect of purest delight. If a life is to be measured in motes of joy, not in years, then am I not already the elder of so many peers? Perhaps, it is the artist's way, is it not? To see, to feel, to fold themselves into Mother Nature. Here, because we're saying the butterfly was a caper, we're saying that it's dancing. That is a light form of anthropomorphisation. Again, we talk about the butterfly as being an insect of purest delight. Delight is a human emotion. It's not something you would expect an insect to be capable of. Therefore, it is a version of anthropomorphisation. Let's take a look at another example. This description took me a little while to get right. I was trying to write a sad mood paragraph that involved a butterfly. And every time I tried, the paragraph came out happy because I like butterflies. But this one came out sad, and so I was quite pleased. Anyway, let's take a look at it for anthropomorphisation. The pulse of her tender wings, the butterfly, and my heart were as one, solemn and lamenting. Each of us were near silent, each of us were near frozen, each of us were alone and together in the humid moment. For the air was bloated, heavy, and close. It was a gloomy saturation. Lady Light, it seemed, had forgotten her warm-lit songs and instead found the skin in cool, bluish rays. Even the floral scent was sunken, though I cannot fathom how. In all this, as companion and barometer, sat the butterfly. What I felt, she felt it too. Those paper wings cannot lie. Here, the butterfly is being attributed human emotions, as if the beat of its wings are intentionally mirroring the heartbeat of the person who feels sad, as if somehow this butterfly is cheering them on to return to health and happiness by being there in a sort of empathetic synergy. You have in here things like, in all of this, as companion and barometer. The idea that the butterfly is intentionally a companion makes it a light form of anthropomorphisation. So with this technique, it can be as strong as Charlotte's Web, Wind in the Willows, or Watership Down, or if you think about children's movies, anthropomorphisation is everywhere in fiction. It gives children a chance to learn through the role modeling of the characters in a way that feels friendly, and therefore they learn better and they enjoy the role modeling that these animals bring. Okay, next time we are going to have a repeat or repetition, and after that we're going to do a summary lesson before we move on to how to juggle more than one orange. All right. Have a look at Descriptionari. Take a look for examples of anthropomorphisation. On my website, you are looking for the subtle forms more than anything. If you want to see the stronger forms, there is plenty of that in fiction, in books, and in movies. All right. Until next time, take care. Have a wonderful week. See you soon. Bye-bye.